Deuteronomy 33. These are the blessings that Moses, the man of God, pronounced on the people of Israel before he died. The Lord came from Mount Sinai. He rose like the sun over Edom, and shone on his people from Mount Paran. 10,000 angels were with him, a flaming fire at his right hand. The Lord loves his people and protects those who belong to him. So we bow at his feet and obey his commands. We obey the law that Moses gave us, our nation's most treasured possession. The Lord became king of his people Israel when their tribes and leaders were gathered together. Moses said about the tribe of Reuben, "May Reuben never die out, although their people are few." About the tribe of Judah, he said, "Lord, listen to their cry for help. Unite them again with the other tribes. Fight for them, Lord, and help them against their enemies." About the tribe of Levi, he said, "You, Lord, reveal your will by the Urim and Thummim through your faithful servants, the Levites, and you put them to the test at Massah and proved them true at the waters of Meribah. They showed greater loyalty to you than to parents, brothers, or children. They obeyed your commands and were faithful to your covenant. They will teach your people to obey your law. They will offer sacrifices on your altar. Lord, help their tribe grow strong. Be pleased with what they do. Crush all their enemies. Let them never rise again." About the tribe of Benjamin, he said, "This is the tribe the Lord loves and protects. He guards them all day long, and he dwells in their midst." About the tribe of Joseph, he said, "May the Lord bless their land with rain and with water from under the earth. May their land be blessed with the sun-ripened fruit, rich with the best fruits of each season. May their ancient hills be covered with choice fruit. May their land be filled with all that is good, blessed by the goodness of the Lord, who spoke from the burning bush." May these blessings come to the tribe of Joseph, because he was the leader among his brothers. Joseph has the strength of a bull, the horns of a wild ox. His horns are Manasseh's thousands and Ephraim's 10,000s. With them he goers the nations and pushes them to the ends of the earth. About the tribes of Zebulun and Issachar, he said, "May Zebulun be prosperous in their trade on the sea, and may Issachar's wealth increase at home. They invite foreigners to their mountain and offer the right sacrifices there. They get their wealth from the sea and from the sand along the shore." About the tribe of Gad, he said, "Praise God who made their territory large. Gad waits like a lion to tear off an arm or a scalp. They took the best of the land for themselves. A leader's share was assigned to them. They obeyed the Lord's commands and laws when the leaders of Israel were gathered together." About the tribe of Dan, he said, "Dan is a young lion. He leaps out from Bashan." About the tribe of Naphtali, he said, "Naphtali is richly blessed by the Lord's good favor. Their land reaches to the south from Lake Galilee." About the tribe of Asher, he said, "Asher is blessed more than the other tribes. May he be the favorite of his brothers, and may his land be rich with olive trees. May his towns be protected with iron gates, and may he always live secure. People of Israel, no God is like your God, riding in splendor across the sky, riding through the clouds to come to your aid. God has always been your defense. His eternal arms are your support. He drove out your enemies as you advanced and told you to destroy them all. So Jacob's descendants live in peace, secure in a land full of corn and wine, where dew from the sky waters the ground. Israel, how happy you are! There is no one like you, a nation saved by the Lord. The Lord Himself is your shield and your sword, to defend you and give you victory. Your enemies will come begging for mercy, and you will trample them down. Deuteronomy 34. Moses went up from the plains of Moab to Mount Nebo, to the top of Mount Pisgah east of Jericho, and there the Lord showed him the whole land, the territory of Gilead as far north as the town of Dan, the entire territory of Naphtali, the territories of Ephraim and Manasseh, the territory of Judah as far west as the Mediterranean Sea, the southern part of Judah, and the plain that reaches from Zoar to Jericho, the city of palm trees. Then the Lord said to Moses, "This is the land that I promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob I would give to their descendants. I have let you see it, but I will not let you go there." So Moses, the Lord's servant, died there in the land of Moab, as the Lord had said he would. The Lord buried him in a valley in Moab, opposite the town of Beth Peor. But to this day no one knows the exact place of his burial. Moses was 120 years old when he died. He was as strong as ever, and his eyesight was still good. The people of Israel mourned for him for 30 days in the plains of Moab. Joshua son of Nun was filled with wisdom, because Moses had appointed him to be his successor. The people of Israel obeyed Joshua and kept the commands that the Lord had given them through Moses. There has never been a prophet in Israel like Moses. The Lord spoke with him face to face. No other prophet has ever done miracles and wonders like those that the Lord sent Moses to perform against the king of Egypt, his officials, and the entire country. No other prophet has been able to do the great and terrifying things that Moses did in the sight of Israel. Joshua 1. After the death of the Lord's servant Moses, the Lord spoke to Moses' helper Joshua son of Nun. He said, "My servant Moses is dead. Get ready now, you and all the people of Israel, and cross the river Jordan into the land that I am giving them. As I told Moses, I have given you and all my people the entire land that you will be marching over. Your borders will reach from the desert in the south to Lebanon mountains in the north, from the great river Euphrates in the east, through the Hittite country to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. Joshua, no one will be able to defeat you as long as you live. I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will always be with you. I will never abandon you. Be determined and confident, for you will be the leader of these people as they occupy this land which I promised their ancestors. Just be determined, be confident, and make sure that you obey the whole law that my servant Moses gave you. Do not neglect any part of it, and you will succeed wherever you go. Be sure that the book of the law is always read in your worship. Study it day and night, and make sure that you obey everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Remember that I have commanded you to be determined and confident. Don't be afraid or discouraged, for I, the Lord your God, am with you wherever you go. Then Joshua ordered the leaders to go through the camp and say to the people, "Get some food ready, because in 3 days you are going to cross the river Jordan to occupy the land that the Lord your God is giving you." Joshua said to the tribes of Reuben and Gad, and to half the tribe of Manasseh, "Remember how Moses, the Lord's servant, told you that the Lord your God would give you this land on the east side of Jordan as your home. Your wives, your children, and your livestock will stay here, but your soldiers armed for battle will cross over ahead of their fellow Israelites, in order to help them until they have occupied the land west of the Jordan that the Lord your God has given them. When he has given safety to all the tribes of Israel, then you may come back and settle here in your own land east of the Jordan, which Moses the Lord's servant gave to you. They answered Joshua, "We will do everything you have told us and will go wherever you send us. We will obey you just as we always obeyed Moses. And may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. Whoever questions your authority or disobeys any of your orders will be put to death. Be determined and confident." Joshua 2. Then Joshua sent 2 spies from the camp at Acacia with orders to go and secretly explore the land of Canaan, especially the city of Jericho. When they came to the city, they went to spend the night in the house of a prostitute named Rahab. The king of Jericho heard that some Israelites had come that night to spy out the country, so he sent word to Rahab, "The men in your house have come to spy out the whole country. Bring them out." "Some men did come to my house," she answered, "but I don't know where they were from. They left at sunset before the city gate was closed. I didn't find out where they were going, but if you start after them quickly, you can catch them." Now Rahab had taken the 2 spies up on the roof and hidden them under some stalks of flax that she had put there. The king's men left the city, and then the gate was shut. They went looking for the Israelite spies as far as the place where the road crosses the Jordan. Before the spies settled down for the night, Rahab went up on the roof and said to them, "I know that the Lord has given you this land. Everyone in the country is terrified of you. We have heard how the Lord dried up the Red Sea in front of you when you were leaving Egypt. We have also heard how you killed Sihon and Og, the 2 Amorite kings east of the Jordan. We were afraid as soon as we heard about it. We have all lost our courage because of you. The Lord your God is God in heaven above and here on earth. Now swear by him that you will treat my family as kindly as I have treated you, and give me some sign that I can trust you. Promise me that you will save my father and my mother, my brother and sister, and all their families. Don't let us be killed." The man said to her, "May God take our lives if we don't do as we say. If you do not tell anyone what we have been doing, we promise you that when the Lord gives us this land, we will treat you well." Rahab lived in a house built into the city wall. So she let the men down from the window by a rope. "Go into the hill country," she said, "or the king's men will find you. Hide there for 3 days until they come back. After that, you can go on your way." The men said to her, "We will keep the promise that you have made us give. This is what you must do. When we invade your land, tie this red cord to the window you let us down from. Get your father and mother, your brothers, and all your father's family together in your house. If anyone goes out of the house, his death will be his own fault, and we will not be responsible. But if anyone in the house with you is harmed, then we will be responsible. However, if you tell anyone what we have been doing, then we will not have to keep our promise which you have made us give you." She agreed and sent them away. When they had gone, she tied the red cord to the window. The spies went into the hills and hid. The king's men looked for them all over the countryside for 3 days, but they did not find them. So they returned to Jericho. Then the 2 spies came down from the hills, crossed the river, and went back to Joshua. They told him everything that had happened, and then said, "We are sure that the Lord has given us the whole country. All the people there are terrified of us.